Wonderful to have you. And please, the floor is yours. Kindly take us into your well of experience as a business person and an entrepreneur. Over to you, sir.
Well, Mr. Dapo Williams, we need to hear you talk. This is one of your last conversation on the Mother Earth.
We can't hear you. You need to unmute yourself. We have not heard a word of what you said. Thank you.
May your soul rest in peace.
So start from the beginning again. Thank you, sir.
May your soul rest in peace, Dapo Williams. You're gone.
Can we all hear Otumba?
Well, I guess this is the last location where he was.
Awesome. So thank you, sir.
May your soul rest in peace.
Can you hear me?
Dapo. We can hear you.
We can hear you now.
Okay, yeah. I'll repeat myself. I'd like to thank Irelu for inviting me to this program. And I want to stand on the existing protocol. Your Excellency, thank you so much for the insight. And I also would like to thank Dr. Dosunmu. Thank you for coming to the program, ma'am. My name is Dapo Williams. I came into the UK back in 1987. The last job I did in Nigeria was I was working with the Chevron oil company. I work on oil exploration rigs. I specialize in the dehydration location. I did all the architectural draftsmanship job there. I arrived in the UK in the summer of 1987, and the first job I did in this country was to be an architect on a building site. And that was the Canary Wharf Development Program project in London. Unfortunately, I realized that I was kind of like limited in what I could become as at that time. So what I did was, whilst working on the building project, I tried to retrain myself because, when I was studying mechanical engineering at Dapo College of Technology, I thought I would learn our engineering drawing by means of, with the T-board and the T-square and all the rest of it, but I had to retrain myself. So I went to Newham Community College to go and learn part-time, as a part-time student, to learn CAD drawing. CAD means computer-aided draftsmanship. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I rose at the project to become the project manager for the tallest building in Europe, as at the time. That is the Canary Wharf in London. You must have known the iconic building that flashes lights. Yeah, I was one of the project engineers that worked on that program. When I left there, I decided to go into something to do with building as well. So I was enrolled at University College of Estate Management in Reading, where I studied building mechanical services engineering, and I majored in estate management as well as facilities management. So I was working for various organizations as a consultant or as a full-time employee. And some of the jobs that I did over the years, like I became the head of a property for Citizens Advice Bureau, which, we had about 11,000 properties all over UK. I was one managing it. I later moved on to work for the King of Saudi Arabia. I managed all their properties here in the UK. And since then, I became a self-employed consultant. So I've worked with various organizations, buying and selling properties and setting up educational institutions all over the UK. And that was when I met with Her Majesty the Queen in 1999, when the school I was working for then, I was celebrating 300th anniversary. So because I was able to raise a substantial amount to rebuild part of the school, so I was officially presented to Her Majesty the Queen then. And I later moved on to work for the King of Saudi Arabia. Yes, again, manage their embassies, all their properties all over UK. I know where they are. And these are pleasing jobs to me, but I always have at the back of my mind that, at a stage in my life, I don't want to be working for people. I want to work independently of my way, but people can also work for me. So I always have at the back of my mind that I'll end up selling petrol. Yes, at the moment, to God be the glory, we have a petrol station here now in Kent. And it wasn't easy. I had to retrain myself, despite the fact that I've worked in exploration in the past. Of course, that was upstream. The downstream is quite different to upstream. Upstream is where you extract the oil get petrol out of the ground. But downstream is where you now distribute to network and sell to people on forecourts and all the rest of it. So yes, I went through a lot of training as well, get certificates, and even at night go to some petrol stations just to overshadow how the business works, because it is not everything that you think you would know. But yes, because I've worked with petrol or industry in the past, I should know everything. No. I still have to learn from people. So we are where we are today. To God be the glory. Yes, we have our own, and we've got a second outlet now, another forecourt. So my advice to younger people, you want to go into anything, any business, is number one, very, very important, you must learn the trade. You must learn the trade. Even if you have the money, don't just bust into the business. Do your tutorials. Go through, apprenticeship if possible, if you cannot learn it from schools and from colleges and university. It is important. Even if you have the money and then you just go into this business, I'm afraid you want to learn the hard way. So please, keep your vision in sight. Make sure that you're very, very flexible with your plan. You must have a business plan, just like Otunba Daniel said earlier on. It's very important. And in business these days, you must keep to what is known as the 4 Ps. The price of your product, the place where you want to be established, the product itself, and the people you want to target. If you keep these 4 Ps in sight, you cannot go wrong. And of course, you must always keep your overhead at a minimum level. Don't invest everything into overheads. You might not be there tomorrow. Look at a lot of people who have invested into multi-billion pounds of properties today. These buildings are now useless to them. They cannot use it because people are now beginning to work from home. It's a new world we live in. So my advice is keep your vision in sight and learn from others. Thank you so much, and God bless. Bye.